Hello, blessed. How are you doing? I was hesitant to share this story with you, but I even forgot about this story, about this part of my life, and things have been happening back home, and it kind of came up. I didn't want to react to all those things happening because I have to mind my energy. But if you don't know, I was born and bred in Limbe, Victoria, former Victoria. And when I got my A level, I went to Yaoundé, la capital, for studies. And I was at Guayaquil, right? And basically, the year after I came to Uni, there was the year after, right? There was a strike, a student strike. But a year before, I integrated a group called UNESCO Club. Like I used to have extra um, activities around the school, right? That we always did that. So for me, it was basically normal. Um, they were the UNESCO group. So I met a lot of brilliant people there. And there was this boy, I would just say Eric K. Okay. That is his right name, but I won't tell his right name. So Eric kind of had like he found me interesting. I didn't even realize like I am still so naive. I just thought he was a friend. And we lived quite the same place, like I'd say 5 or 10 minutes walk to his place. I would say like brisk five, and if you are just taking your time, something like 8 minutes. So this strike came from these people and another boy. His father was a a really, 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 really big gendarme, and he was doing hunger strike just for basic student accommodations like toilet, water, um, laboratory with laboratory, not just imagine you adding this substance to that substance and then it gives no. They wanted real facilities for students, and they wanted back things like student scholarships, all of these things we used to have. The thing is, the strike went so long that back home the country was um, at stake in the sense of this UNESCO blank year. So if your people, your student, don't go to school for a certain um, land, then um, international parties and stakeholders, they have their say. They can like job inter, as we say in pidgin. So the country was afraid of that. The government was afraid of that. The whole campus was full of gendarmes, and power had like, for me it was the first time I was like experimenting something like that. So you will open the TV, they will say no, strikes are over, school courses are taking place. So you will go to the uni, there's nothing, like you can't even enter the campus. I was like, what is this TV telling me? I can't attend to classes, and they are saying on the TV that everything is fine, and they're showing email, like I can't even access my campus. What are you talking? So um how did it pass? At a certain point, they took each and every class representative, like first year mathematics, second year, third year, for every class representative, we never even had before. And they signed, okay, we the people from mathematics level one, we are not striking. We the people of mathematics level two, we are not striking. We the people of French one, we are not striking. We the people of the student of bilingual studies one, we are not striking. Till everybody, they had the the proof that nobody was striking, right? So that's how at the end of the day, you can't you can't pursue your hunger strike when everybody, even your classmates, they say they are not striking. So what are you striking for? So that's how it ended. We thought it ended. So we continue our lives, and I this boy used to visit me. I was living at my aunt's place and everything. So he was so politically. I love intelligent people. I love great minds, right? And he was such a pleasant person, and the way you talk, he was full of hope for the country. You know, this is not normal. This is not normal. Until you just look at him like, this bikini. So one day he came visit. I think my cousin gave birth or something, and we stayed long. We were talking, 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 and at something like 10 p.m. or 9:30 p.m., I brought him halfway home because now it was a possibility for us to talk. Nothing happened between. I wasn't his girlfriend, and he really never say something. So those people are very shy, you know. So for me, I was a pleasant company. I must really say it was a pleasant company. You laugh a lot around him. You can even see how my face is brightening up when I even dig further in those memories. So funny. They were always like, we were walking, walking, and you said, Dominic, two people are following you. I was like, stop. Who do you think you are? Just that little strike. You weren't even part. You weren't even doing the hunger strike just because you are part of the UNESCO group, and we came close to this UNESCO wide year, blank year, that that is over. So those two people, it was like around the that period of strike also. They were in jogging, they were following us. I said, shut up. You are making yourself more important than you are. Who do you think you are? Right? So came back home. I let him halfway where there were no lights. I let him that turn back. I went home, and like something like 30 minutes or 20 minutes after, he was knocking at the door. Tuk, 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 tuk. My aunt opened the door. Dominique came back home safe. I said, yes, she was already sleeping. Like, your girl, your girl has no. I was sleeping. See, two people tried to took me. I ran away. I ran away. I'm here with my people. They wanted to be sure that she's back home. His mom loved me, so he was like, please make sure that that girl went back home. I said, that day I took him seriously. Like there was a fear in his face, and so on and so forth. So um something like 2 months later, I don't know if you know your own day, but around about say how is it called? Is it Melen? This hospital there. Um there's a general hospital around Melen BMC there, like over there, and he got kidnapped in a black car, like, really like in film. I wasn't around, but I believed him because all of a sudden this boy wasn't talking anymore. He had shuffle on his body and everything, and he wasn't the only one who got kidnapped. Like all his group and that people, they were striking and everything. Everybody had a visit. Let me say it like that. But Nothing happened to them in the sense of they just wanted to know if this strike was kind of foreign finance, which I think is legitimate, to know if some other forces they are using your students to, you know, and they just say no. It just came from us. We need these facilities. We need like I'm talking about toilet and water. Like you go to uni, you have classes from 7 to 7, and there's nowhere for you to really hey you can't tell anybody. So after that, we really got those university, those facilities, the canteen or how do you call where people eat. The food was better, really like you could count on that food. So people will even then either it was really a lot of food so that you could take back home and elevate, put some spices, some vegetable. So that's it. Last part of Eric's story is he kind of got all of those boys. They got places either they got scholarships. They proposed them some scholarship for them to go out, or he didn't want to say why am I going, I want to change my country here. Boy. Like the face of her mom, like he said, you look at his mom face like, hey, this pikin go give me my heart. It was so painful. She hoped, she really hoped we had enough like it was nothing love. We just loved our minds. And she hoped, she thought I had something with him and thought through me you could like temper down. I should try talking to me. I said, Mom, we have nothing going on. And and he said, but he loves you. I don't think so. Like we've been talking for 1 or more year and nothing like that happened. Like nothing. It like really it was just this think. I had no idea for something like that. I think I had a relationship. I was so in love. Oh, picking. So that's it. The next thing is okay. He he started. They put him to Econ Normal. It's this how is it called? Um, teachers school. And even there he started his strike. His strike was normally there is this thing you sign that you are receiving a scholarship, but act like from day one those students should be receiving scholarship, but people sign that they should receive a scholarship but they are not receiving, and the money is flowing and nobody you understand what I mean? And the boy was like, I'm not signing if I don't see the money. I signed. And he started to strike there. And I was just like, oh, Eric, calme-toi. He started to strike. So the principal of the school wrote him say, we've noticed that you are everywhere that there is trouble. You are there. You are a troublemaker. You know what? Don't even come to school anymore. You are going to make it through school. We are going to give you your matricle. If you want, have a scholarship for Canada. Or say, I'm not going anywhere again. So at that point, his mother went on her knees and he was like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. He said, Mom. Like, I'm a mom today. I understand. He said, Mom. So yeah, that's the first part of the storytelling. I have to say the second part of this storytelling today is, well, because I live in Germany, I want to tell you the story of the Holocaust. People think they just stood up one day and start gassing people and what so not. They tested those technologies. Sorry, I call it like that. They tested on black people. Like black people are completely forgotten in this um, culture of remembering what happened, or this never again culture. Like those facilities, those technology, how I'm going to call it, anyways, those structure were tested. Like They tested it on black people and disabled people to make sure it was working before the Jewish people, um, you know, they tested it on them. And while it was happening, all the whole society was just like, no, doesn't concern us. Wait, it concern me. Those are black. Those are disabled people. Those are Jewish people. Till some of German of the good people, like if you were not doing what they wanted, you were not different from a black, a disabled, a Jewish person. So that's the second part of the story. Now, last part of my storytelling today is I don't understand, to be honest, why people are making a big deal out of what is happening in Homeland. You should stand up as a one country, touch one, touch all. This was too much. This was crime capuleux. These journalists are so like, where are you? Where have you people been living the last what so years, decades? Like 2018, like my home. I can't talk too much because at a certain point, but I'm just now like say it's on you, so you know blood is red, right? You know when I if something happen, I open here, blood, what is going to come out is going to be red. Do you think only your blood is red? Like there's this famous French black French actor, and he's now trying and doing some kind of realization and film making. He brought up a new film about black Africans who helped France in the liberation, right? They fought um, First World War and Second World War, and when they wanted a kind of reparation, a kind of like they wanted the same treatment that their white companions they had, and they were shutting down. They would die like, France. So there's this film about it, and he was kind of doing this promotion, and he said, I don't even understand why you people are kind of shouting and melting down because of the war in Ukraine. Like there are several wars in the world, and like I've been living with war. I know that people have to migrate because of war. People have to. People are losing this and that. Women are being raped. Like war has never stopped. Why is it that all of a sudden is that Europe is behaving as if it's the whole uh, the whole media just went on his head, and then when he said, I said what I said. And I love that part. He said, "Yedi is assume like it is the way I said it. Why are you people doing as if it was the first time that there's war everywhere?" So the sentence of these three stories is continue keep quiet now when the person next door is suffering, is fighting. Call it Anglophone, Graphie, Bamileke, Wajo. Eh? Take your have your reasons why you stay quiet and applaud while blood is flowing. The next thing is you. Okay? Next stop is you. See, you are not ready. Okay? You are not yet ready. You say everybody unless you feel it because you are at a certain point. It's as if it's like racism. If you know about this blue eyebrow thing, I found it really hard that you know this seminar kind of thing, blue eyebrow eyes, and they really treat people. They say because you were born with blue eyes or brown eyes, you are dumb, and they really treat them like nothing, like racism, right? And 99% of the white people I know they went through that treatment, that blue eye, Brown Eye Workshop. They are they are not only against racism, they are anti-racist. So if the price is that for you to understand what the other one is going through, is that you feel the same pain or even more, then let's drink tea and wait. Like we have enough love for you to wait, for you to feel, to know that blood is blood, right? Blood is blood. There is nothing like white, black. We are all humans, okay? Because after the Second World War, Europe said never again, and these human rights, feminism, like they they changed their society because um, the first war started based on racism, right? Racism against black disabled people, against Jewish people, against against everybody who is against me, right? So if you people want us to wait for you to know that women have the same right as men, you know I'm a feminist. I'm not hiding. To know that black and white are the same, you name it. Let us drink tea, ching, and wait. Never see no nothing.